doing duos with. Sports, right? God, Lee. My whole thing with people talking about businesses and all this type of stuff, that's what I'm saying, because the other live stream, the game had a long loading screen, and yeah, it won't go in. I had that happen twice, and I was pretty pissed off about it. But my thing too with businesses and people talking about jobs. Well, I see people talking about just jobs, talking about they're going to be rich by, you know, a certain time. But like the likelihood of that is slim and not at all. Like for instance, not trying to be funny, just because someone though doesn't, you know, get a like a diploma or nothing like that, don't mean that they're 100%, you know, not successful. But at the same time, that's just not happening. Like, especially if you're a minority and you don't have a high school diploma nor a college degree, and you don't have your GED, yeah, there's no way.
Sir, tell me how you got that.
How did I get it?
Yes, tell me please.
I got Save the World.
Awesome.
How
do you get it, Save the World?
You have to log in, but I got the ultimate upgrade pack, so I got it knocked down.
Galaxy, it is okay. It is okay.
Wait, does anyone log in with the game?
No, what? No, Lazy does not want to tie your dick to yours, okay?
Those guys are funny. These guys are funny, bruh. That's the point. That's besides the point. Like, I'm not the type of person to talk about cash. Like, I'm just not. And I 110% stand behind the fact that I don't talk about cash. Because the more that you start thinking about it, is the more I feel like, you know, it's just not going to happen, in my opinion. Like, being unrealistic, you know, some people can't even manage, you know, money that well, but, you know, I could do better about it too, because I'm a college student. I'm not flat out broke, but yeah, that's the point. I spend money on food and stuff like that. I gotta eat certain stuff and do groceries, stuff like that. Like for instance, if too, like I know I'm a college student now. People talking about that majoring in business. What am I studying? You know, I really don't be trying to go and answer certain questions or certain stuff like that. Cause some people they just be saying stuff to kind of get me triggered a little bit, just off the fact that Stole my kill by a miss. 100% I won't mind, so that's the point. But like I said, I'm not the type of person to talk about money, like, or business, or why I'm getting into business and stuff like that. But that's the point. Or, especially around certain old people, they be like, you majoring where the money at, or, or you going to something that's lucrative, like a doctor, you make doctors money. That right there is just getting old. Or like you wouldn't go up to a doctor and like, we making doctors money. Like, what does that do with anything? Some people not going into medicine and stuff like that, they make $1. Like, that's very one-sided. That is very one-sided. Like, in my honest opinion, that's very one-sided. It's very wrong, in my opinion. Like, from a perspective, if you're not doing what you need to do, and like, for instance, like, there could be people working jobs, like I said, may have a GED or something like that, maybe they feel like school isn't for them or they want the best at school. But high school, in all honesty, it's not even 100%, difficult. It's really not. College, I can't say 100% that it's difficult, because it is and it isn't. It just depends what type of course load and stuff you got. But, I feel like if you try halfway, for the most part, I don't think people do that a lot of the time. Like I said, someone has a GED or something like that. That's not funny. Like, I'll never laugh at somebody. Like, I don't know the circumstances, but they're talking about getting rich and stuff like that. That's just not gonna happen. The majority of the time, like, especially a minority, yeah, that most definitely doesn't happen. That's a rarity. And sometimes you gotta be realistic with your goals. Like, a college dropout is not gonna, I don't believe. The fuck? How am I lagging? This thing glitched out. So I'd be pissed. Going with me the first time something's glitched out, in my opinion. But anyway, like, for instance, I'm realistic with my goals, like, in terms of, like, the next steps for me. But at the same time, Pete talking about they're getting money, yeah, okay. second better. This is a shitty place to be at right now. I know people ask me why am I studying business, what's so interesting and fascinating about business. The thing about me, I mean, why I study business, I just study business. Really ain't nothing really to it. Out of all the things I possibly could have studied, I feel like business was a good idea for me. Someone said that it doesn't matter where you get your degree from, and I halfway believe it. Just because, you know, somebody could tell you about school, and you know, but it's not good for you financially. Like somebody could have $130,000 in just student loans and certain stuff. They could probably have 80,000 from just from undergrad, and then they put on like maybe not even 130, maybe 180,000, because that's realistic. Because getting an MBA is a whole lot more expensive than people think it is. It's up there. Somebody asked me, well, will I get my MBA? I probably will not. To me, it doesn't make sense for me to get an MBA. Poke your head out, poke your head out, poke your head out. There you go. Poke your head out. All this building stuff, like, bro. I took an L because I lagged off that. Yikes. No fucking ammo. Wow. I actually tried to get too late. I would have had that, but I shouldn't have pushed that. But I'm gone for the most part. It's not because I'm mad. I just want to get another game. Fan clocks back. I got 9,000 V-Bucks. I always play duos because duos seems like it's pretty steady. But let me think about some other stuff people also been talking to me about. Oh yeah, about school, how's school going? Let me not get so old real quick because it's just like, I mean, school. I'm still in school. Haven't been on academic probation once. Not even once. And honestly, failing out of school, if someone's failing out of school, you know, the thing about it, that's on you. Like, you know, once somebody's placed on academic probation, they only got like one semester to get things right or they're out. But if I had to be honest about business and stuff like that, I don't know, man. There's a lot of stuff about business. See, what's so intriguing about business? Business is a lot more things than just making a buck. Cause like, for instance, if someone had a job or something like that, or a company that was based off something like, let's say there's a harmful bacteria or something like that that wipes out lumber or something like that, and people use lumber. Let's say there's an exclusive contract between a company that like produces lumber for like furniture and goods and certain stuff like that. And let's say there's a harmful bacteria or something like stuff does happen like this. And you know, wow, there's a llama. I'm gonna run to get it. I take the damage. That's on me. Alright.
Question for you. Can you hear me? Yeah.
I know what it was. I'm just not like.
Well,
You see these white chicks now, bro? They're prettier than ever. They're fucking hot as shit.
yeah, look like a damn hoe.
And you don't.
Leave. So, my biggest thing too with businesses and keep talking about, you know, people can lose their business overnight from unforeseen circumstances, and that's unfortunate. But that's what happens the majority of the time. Like I said, there's some type of harmful, like fun. Bro, it's a long day. Fungus, a fun guy. It can definitely hurt people's businesses and start certain stuff like that, especially the lumber business. How? Damn. It's whatever, bro. I game into his friend, and brother know what's going on, so that's the point. I should have built, but ain't nothing I could do. So from a standpoint for me, I should keep talking about business. I haven't took all my required things for business, so I had to take a lot of stuff like statistics. I'm not looking forward to going back to school, if I'm being completely honest. Like, the course that I'm taking, there's no way. I don't want to touch anything. I don't want to be around too many people. Cause like, people gonna get COVID, and then at the same time, I know I gotta take one of these masks, and the only person that's teaching it is old. Like, I know this guy ain't got no mic. And I'm perfectly fine with that. Hello.
Where's mom?
Vito. I'm like doors.
Mm-hmm. What did you say?
I'm like next door.
Okay.
There's a guy to kill me. He's right there. GG. That's besides the thing. I know I kind of been going cycling between game chat and then not being in game chat. I know I killed that dude, the other teammate. I should have probably used one of those pads and then like, yeah. If we're not feeling this too much, I'll go back to not party chat. But I'm not sure. I'm not. Or squads. Well, I might be down for that. I'm not sure, but God. But I know a whole lot of people talking about restaurants and certain stuff. Restaurants, in my opinion, I don't like when restaurants and stuff force the idea of that. You know, they have to start. They're taking the proper precautions, or certain stuff is like stupid. Like you can only get a deal Wanna go there? Okay. That's fine with me, it works. But the thing that I don't like that much too is that restaurants too. Like the deals and stuff that they have aren't steep. Like, you know, it might be good for now, but it's not gonna be good. Like incentivized butts coming through the door. Like I know certain people, well not certain people, but like certain locations definitely lost customers, bruh. Some of the stuff that they've done. Oh my god. Y'all should come get me. That was a bull, but okay. That guy hit me for 86. That was all she wrote. But one of my biggest problems too is with restaurants is steep stuff. And then just places too. Like make it like forcing you to come in. Like why? Okay, for happy hour deals. Why would anybody want to go and sit down inside?
Right, some people want to sit down. It's because you usually saw people standing there. Some people want to go to restaurants.
I know.
They don't have to offer you. You get what I'm saying? If you don't want to eat there, that's fine, but you're gonna pay more money. Like they're not gonna be able to make money off of you.
That's fine. I'd rather a business take an L than.
Businesses have a low profit margin, Frank, and those people, that's their jobs. Where you might feel some type of way about paying more and not be able to get certain gifts unless you eat in. You realize that restaurants are
That's putting people's lives in danger. Like, you know, AMC said they're not instituting a mask thing and they reopening theaters. How much sense does that make? So all it takes is for somebody to go in there and somebody come in there with COVID and then they open themselves up to a lawsuit. I'll just play squads at this point. Or I'll keep on playing duos. That's the point. The thing about a lot of stuff, it don't really make that much sense. Like AMC are saying that they gonna open the movie theater back up. It doesn't make any sense. You can wear a mask, have all the proper precautions, and like the way stuff is operated, is not meant for you to. It's not meant for every other seat. That means it's gonna be less screenings. Well, not less screenings, but then again, it may be for a cost-saving factor. Every other seat. And then how movies were before, where you had to pay for a certain like section. Okay, we have these seats available here. But I think there's gonna be more showings of movies. Then again, but it's gonna be a limited space. It can't be no more than 25 people. So I think, and then think about it. It really don't make that much sense. But at the same time, movie theaters are gonna be shut down for a while. I know people talking about the stimulus package and then universal basic income, a stipend of money. I'm not 100% saying I'm against that, but that we know realistically that's not happening. That's just not happening, bro. Or, you know, one thing about me, like, I feel like, in a sense, in life, I'm not the type of person to complain. Like, if I take a L, I'm just gonna take a L. Like, you know, nobody's gonna feel sorry for me, regardless. And that's like, and I know that nobody's gonna feel sorry for me, regardless. So, like, for instance, if I fell out of school, whose problem is that? My fault. So, I'm gonna take my L. But I know that I'm not gonna fail out of school because I work pretty hard and I maintain what you call it, good grade. Yeah. Show you how we do it out here. Salute. Yeah. Well, I'm definitely 100% type of person that I like. If I take an L, you know, I just take an L. Like, for instance, you don't 100% believe that schools to everybody, but like your opportunities and stuff like that, a few and far between. Like, someone talking about they trying to get rich, they got a GED. You know, that's probably not going to happen. And that's pretty. I know somebody might say that's pretty vague, but to me it's not. I don't really think it's vague at all, relatively speaking. Or people should have a stipend of cash. I ain't say I'm against that, but besides the point, like, that's what the stimulus package or the stimulus bill is. It's giving you your taxpayer money back. And it's not even completely all of it. If someone makes $10,000 or less a year, that's just terrible. But at the end of the day, I can't 110% say it's them, but at the same time, you know, that's trash. How? Sugar, baby. That was bull. That's what you call it. I ran out of ammo with my shotgun, but I think I did pretty good. That I built up, did what I need to do. But yeah, I still would have died anyway because that person was right there. But that universal basic income thing is good idea. I think more people making more money than they ever had before if they made, less money. Cause they get $600 a week. A $600 a week job is not bad, but like, I think that thing, it's good. It just depends. Like, you're a single person, a $48,000 a year job is pretty decent, but if you're like in a 10-year thing, if you've been working at a job for 10 years and you're making $48,000, that's terrible, honestly speaking. And you have a kid and a wife, terrible. That's terrible. I don't want to leave, so I'm gonna just go exactly where they want me to go. But my big thing too, if you talk about wealth inequality, it does exist, but at the same time, like, I'm definitely a person who takes my L's. Like, I definitely do not want to make insensitive comments about certain stuff, but like, if someone has, I'm not gonna make, but like, someone has between, let's say, 6 and 8 kids, and the most they got is a high school diploma. They work in a trash job. They want to talk about wealth inequality. I'm not saying I don't hear it, but at the same time, the 6 and 8 kids and stuff like that, that's pretty bad. Because, like I said, I'm definitely a person who takes my fair share of L's. Are you leaving? I'm more than a person who takes their fair share of L's and stuff like that. But, I mean, from a school standpoint, people talking about, you go to school for a chance to, get a job. That's kind of a vague statement. But like, universal basic income, sure, I kind of support it, but at the same time, yeah. People said people got rich during the pandemic. Now the thing about it, I do believe that that I have problems. There's nothing I can do about that. But yeah. But I think certain businesses and certain stuff were already balances, and who's that regulated by? The government. So then again, there's nothing you gonna do. Like the thing about politicians they do a lot of stuff. Don't mean that you gotta necessarily 100% agree with the stuff that they do. I mean, I don't 100% agree with the stuff the politicians do, but at the same time, I don't try to make a TED talk about stuff. It may sound like it up here, but I'm not that deep about money or opportunities and stuff like that. I'm just not that deep about it. But I don't think I'm really deep about like money. At the same time, like from a perspective about business and certain stuff, I don't try to be deep or talking about money. You especially as the people that I went to high school with, they try to be I guess deep. Be on their TED talk or I don't know. Or certain stuff like that, like so such doesn't make sense to my honest opinion that people say. You know, it's one thing, like, there's some people who just, I don't know. It doesn't make that much sense, bro. The thing that I also don't understand, people, swoon over certain stuff. It's just like, yeah, I don't know about all that. There's a lot of stuff that I say, like, alright. Well, yeah, I don't try to be deep. Are you leaving? Jump up. Jump up if you can hear me. Are you leaving or? Jesus Christ. I'll play squads. But back to what I'm saying about people talking about universal basic income. That's just not gonna happen. Like, would it happen? Some, like, I don't know. I know certain people, like, to be honest, I'm still a huge fan of Bernie Sanders, but, honestly, I knew Bernie Sanders and stuff, he was definitely out for the count, but, there's just a lot of stuff that's just messed up, but, like I said, alright. Thing about me, especially like terms like people talking about the money aspect of stuff. I mean, should be talked about, sure, in a sense, but then again, like financially seeking, like someone talking about, they don't what you call it. You can't between somebody who has it and somebody who isn't. You know, that's straight disrespectful. That's violating. At the same time, you work for a company and then, they pay like what, $80,000? Nah. Or it's a commission-based job. I mean, $80,000 is pretty decent, but at the same time, nah. The difference between like somebody who got it, especially, I think I'm a humble size point, but like just from a standpoint of like I see the good and the bad and stuff, obviously, but there's some certain stuff that's beyond repair though. It's not really people's job to do. Like I said, someone has like 6 kids and stuff like that. I'm not saying they shouldn't get some money or some type of program, stuff like that. But that's just irresponsible. You can't afford them. Like you got 6 kids off of trying to raise 6 kids off of $10,000 a year. That's a situation that you put yourself in, and that's just irresponsible. Honestly, kids didn't ask to come here. That is true. People making the best out of their circumstances, I guess, but certain stuff is tacky. Not only is it tacky, it's just, it's obviously rooted in other stuff. But a lot of stuff is rooted in certain stuff like I'm good with the pistol, but I didn't have no crazy guns. Alright, I'm about to leave. But definitely, I kind of do what you call it, think that, you know, certain stuff should be taken care of, but at the same time, that's just not happening. Like, it's just not happening. Like, I know people talking about the mandatory vaccine. It's just like, you know, I'm not against a mandatory vaccine. You know, people, the thing about people don't really get certain stuff. Like, there's not a one thing fix all, especially with infectious disease, that type of stuff. A disease, there's no way that all disease has the same pathway. I ain't seen this thing go off, so it's like a pretty reliable person to play with. But my big thing, especially that people try to like, okay, we're going there. My thing with people too is that it don't click. Like people talking about the coronavirus and 5G thing. Doesn't make any sense. The person who said that, and then the thing with people talking about not cabbage, but lettuce had plastic in it. That's just the membranes off the thing shedding. People really are out here being just like stupid, and I hate using that word, but if it's stupid, it's stupid. I mean, I can't. It don't really make no difference to me. I'm not trying to be vague. That's why I don't land here, but I didn't have a good gun. I got a hunting rifle. But definitely. I'm not saying that it's 100% bad for you to be skeptical or question certain stuff like practices and like whole thing about medicine, but like, damn. But like, definitely, I wouldn't question the thing about what Dr. Fauci is saying. I would just question the overall approach from just the federal government in response. They had intel about a virus, and already in December 2019, we've only recently got certain stuff about the spread, and the thing about it, it lives on surfaces. So the thing about also that people don't understand is that any type of soap works against coronavirus. Antibacterial is good for sure. It's good. The thing about it is that people also with the alcohol stuff, people were making hand sanitizer out of just like everyday alcohol, like hard liquor, like Everclear. People was making hand sanitizer. Basically, Everclear is hand sanitizer. It really is hand sanitizer, but she in party chat? Let's see. Voice chat, game channel. Right. Join. Here we go. Where do you want to land? Okay, alright. One of the things that I don't understand too is like, just based with the infectious disease, it's just like, I don't question that this thing, the virus is bad, but I question just the overall response and stuff. Like, why would, a state need to have a bar open? Why does, honestly, haircuts and stuff is like important. I guess the appearance, that type of stuff. But it was rough out here for a couple of months, like for a month for me at least. I definitely needed that cut. I think that also one of the biggest things with me, especially like, hearing people talk about, coronavirus and stuff, these conspiracy theory people, they're selling you a book. I know I done said that a number of times, they're selling you a book. To get on these platforms, to self-publish a book. Is self-publishing bad? can't 100% say it's bad, but like in this case, yes, it is, because it's pretty steep. Anytime you're paying money for a product, high price, high everything, no, you're not gonna come back from that. Low initial cost, well not low initial cost, but like, you know, you have to go and actively try to sell your book and get rid of as many copies as you can, so the book won't be an absolute fail. And then you gotta think about it. Anytime you go with a major publishing company and stuff like that, majority of your sales. Do I have a problem with a company taking a portion of your sales? No. But the thing about it is that it's not 100% good. It's good for the company because if it's like a New York Times bestseller, then you know you're made money. You know you're getting a couple of you're gonna be on televised not performances, but you definitely get a couple of things to promote your new book. The acclaim and praise that you get is gonna make sure that you definitely are getting some type of exposure. But is it worth it? It depends though. That's the thing about me. As I look at stuff from a technical standpoint, but at the same time, you know, a company is a distributor. So if it's big and stuff like that, like Penguin Books. Penguin Books is pretty much non-fiction. That's the majority of the stuff that they produce. But self-publishing books, I think that for most part it is pretty bad because the people have to go out there and, you know, do the marketing, sell you the book, go to these events where, you know, a place where they're invited, try to sell the books. But some of these books, they're just, I hate to put it, they're not bad. Not 100% of them are bad, but it's like I can't justify paying. You want to support some people, but you don't want to support the $18 you about to spend on the book, 18 to 20. It's gotten a bad thing. What time is it now? Well, there's also some other things that just don't make any sense, but from a politician standpoint, it might make sense. I know certain people know that certain stuff is on the line. like for instance, what is something that people try to do that definitely is like halfway decent, like from a politician standpoint? I know the minimum. Not talking. Someone go like, I don't really like Caddy Corner because there's nothing wrong with this place. Spots were evenly spread out. You know, you have a certain amount of people. The loot is contested and uncontested. Oh my god, that's why I don't come here, bro. I try to do the smart thing. In the world, there's like it was like, and they what you call it, they live. Like I think they get money from like oil, and I think they get money. They definitely get like free housing and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's interesting to think about. I'm not gonna keep on playing with this dude. You keep picking the same spots. Like, what is so special about these spots, bro? Oh yeah, people talking about the United Kingdom. The United Kingdom is not like one place. It's territory. Scotland. It's Wales. It's different places. Sealand is its own country, but it's really in England. It's its own autonomous thing. Not too many people know that. That was bull. There's nothing you can do about that. Like once give me some. COVID 2019. Let me see what I can do with edits. That's if we get to the last circle. I'm hoping that we do. That's on me. I shouldn't have poked. Simple as that. Play a few more games and I'm off. My foot is like, I can't even feel my foot. Foot went to sleep. I got you from I got 9,000 V-Bucks. 9,200 to be exact. Un gaso. Bash. Un gaso. I gotta do this Duolingo real quick to keep my streak.